In this video, we are going over 3 signs your life is about to change forever. That's coming up next. Hi guys, my name is Dave and this is HeartSpace if you're new here, where we are creating videos every single day to help you live life more in your way. And so make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell icon if you don't want to miss any of the videos that we release that are going to help you just tap more into what you really are. Now in this one, I want to give you 3 signs that your life's about to change forever. These are things where if they are starting to appear in your life, you're about to go through a shift. You're about to go through a change, a transformation. And trust me, it is a very, very good thing. So let's get into it. Guys, actually, before we start, I want you to make sure that you are hitting the like button when one of these signs resonates with you. So if you hear me say one of the signs, maybe sign 2, and it resonates with you, confirm it by hitting the like button, and also let me know down below in the comments which signs resonate with you. I also want you to put a little affirmation out there and say, I am transforming into the person I want to be right now. Put that in the comments again to reaffirm that, to rewire your brain, to align yourself with that kind of energy, that kind of thought. Again, that can be incredibly powerful. So let's get into the very first sign that your life is about to change. Sign number 1 is a bit of an interesting one, but it's actually you're starting to isolate yourself from the situations you once found yourself in. Now, it's not that you're isolating yourself because you're feeling sad or depressed, but something just feels off about maybe the people you always used to hang out with, or the places you used to hang out in. Maybe you don't want to go to the bar anymore and drink, or you don't want to go out all the time and kind of fritter away your time, or you don't want to hang out with these people who you now deem a little bit negative and are kind of just affecting your energy. And again, this isn't because you're isolating because you're scared of things or because, you're depressed or anything like that. You're isolating because the energy of the things you used to be a part of just doesn't feel right. You feel like you're just not yourself there. And this is completely normal, especially if you're going to go through a transformation. I remember when I was going through one, I just didn't want to go do the things that I used to do, which was like go hang out at the bar or do things that I went, why do I even do this? I don't even like this. I feel like I'm just wasting my time when I do these things. There are these other things that I'm much more pulled to. And it's completely normal because you are going through an inner transformation. Your energy is shifted. Maybe you've read something or you've been exposed to something or you've experienced something that has shifted you to the point where you're like, I'm not going to go to the pub and drink. I don't want to drink at all. In fact, I don't want to go do this thing or hang out with this person that's dragging me down, who's very, very negative and has a very negative outlook on life. It's not to say they're right or wrong or good or bad. It's just I don't want to be around that. And I see that I'm getting pulled in these different directions. This is a huge sign that you are about to go through a huge shift because, again, like I say in other videos, once you crack the eggshell, once you are aware of certain things, there's no going back. There's no sealing the egg and trying to glue it and tape it up. No, you've seen what you've seen. You've experienced what you've experienced. You felt what you felt. And if that is something you're going through, you're isolating yourself a little more, because of these things, it's a sign that things are about to change. Now, one thing you want to make sure you're doing is because isolation can, be detrimental to a certain extent at a certain point. There's nothing wrong with having alone time. I love having alone time. But what you want to do now is start seeing where your energy takes you and start going to different places that align with your energy. Start looking for people that are more aligned to you. Start looking for situations, events, things that you can do that you are pulled towards. And that's going to be a good little shift you can do in order to help this process along. Let's get into the next sign. Sign number 2 is you are way more aware of your thoughts, your words, your actions, and the energy of each and every single one, and you are trying your best to be impeccable with each of these areas. So what does that mean? Most people are running around in autopilot mode. They're not monitoring their thoughts. They're very careless in the way that they speak. Their actions are very unstable. Maybe they lash out at people, or they're emotionally not mature or spiritually not mature. And their energy, they're not even aware of. They're not even aware of how important their energy is. That's most people. But for whatever reason, you've had some kind of awakening. You've had some kind of, just clarity where you're like, what? My thoughts, my words, my actions, my energy is very important. And you're starting to monitor them to the best of your ability. You're starting to realize some of the negative thoughts that are coming up and going, that's not what I want to believe. And you're starting to change them. You're starting to notice the way in which you speak. And maybe you're realizing in the past you spoke very negatively and spoke into existence things that you didn't want. And you're now actively trying to change that. You're noticing your actions and you're like, what? I don't want to do this thing. I don't want to do this bad habit or do this thing that hurts this person or whatever it is. I want to act in a different way. And you're noticing your energy and you're much more more in line and in tune with it, and you're actually trying to shift it in the way that you want. When you are doing this, it is a huge sign that your life is about to change, because at the end of the day, all of attraction comes from your thoughts, your words, your actions, and the energy you bring to each. And so if you're becoming more aware of that universal process and you're taking more control over it, over the things that you can control, which are your thoughts, your words, your actions, and your energy, you're going to shift very, very quickly. And if you're being impeccable with each, and what that means is you're doing your best to adhere to what it is you want to be. So when you're having thoughts you don't want, you're actually changing them. When you're speaking in a way that isn't aligned to you, you forgive yourself, move on, but try not to continue to speak in that way. When you're taking actions that aren't aligned to your higher self, you're like, I don't want to keep doing that. Like, I don't want to keep going to the pub and drinking, for example, if that's something you don't want to do. I want to be meditating, or I want to go to events with similar like-minded people where we can talk about these kind of things and experience these different kind of things, right? If that's the case, it is it's not even a sign, it's almost a guarantee that things are going to shift for you. And so what my advice would be for you specifically, if that applies to you, is to continue doing what you're doing, because over time, you're going to get better at being way more impeccable with your thoughts, your words, your actions, and the energy you bring to each. You're going to get way better at tuning it to what you want it to be. And as you get better at this skill, your life is just going to continue to become more and more beautiful over time. All right, and sign number 3 is my personal favorite, because this is such an incredible energy, but it's you are getting very, very excited all of the time. And the reason you're getting excited is because your soul, your intuition is leading you in certain directions towards certain things that are exciting you. You're starting to get excited about your growth. You're getting excited about certain hobbies you're moving towards, or certain new people you're hanging out with. You're getting excited about just going off and doing things. You're getting excited about creating. You're getting excited about taking control of your life. You're getting excited all of the time, in the same way I'm getting excited right now just talking about it, but you find yourself in that energy of excitement more often than not. And this is huge, because so many people, they struggle to tap into excitement. Another way I would talk about excitement is wonder, or awe, or childlike curiosity. And the more childlike, playful, excited you can be, the more you are close to source, tapping into divinity. They say that the people who are closest to source, closest to divinity in our world right now are children and people who are on their way out. So older people, elders who are maybe, 80s, 90s, they're getting closer to leaving their form on this planet. And the reason for that, and you take a look at a lot of kids, you take a look at a lot of the elderly people, what is something they have in common? A lot of them are very, very playful. They're very, very excited all the time. Now, not in every case, of course, you get the grouchy elderly man, and you can get the kid that's, maybe gone through some shit, and they've been knocked out of that childlike playfulness very early. But for the most part, in general, that's what you see. You see these kids who are just excited about everything. They're like, oh my God, look at the sandbox. I'm going to go play in the sandbox. Oh my God, there's my friend over there. Hi. There's actually a little girl here where we live who we see with her mom all the time. And we love interacting with her because she's so playful. She'll come up to us and be like, hello. And then she'll come up and be like, high five, and be like that. And she's so playful and excited all the time, just for everything. And if that's the way you're starting to feel about life, you're like, oh, I'm excited to go do my meditation. I'm excited to go read. Oh, I'm going to go see my friend later. I'm so excited. Oh my God, this coffee's so good. I'm so excited. If you're in that energy all the time, dude, you are shifting. You are shifting hard right now. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And what your job now to do is to not dim the excitement. Don't dim the light, because this is your soul bursting out excitedly, tapping into the playful divinity that you truly are, the childlike divinity that you are, and is guiding you to things that excite you. And if something excites you, it is absolutely what you should be doing. If you are, for example, in a job that doesn't excite you, I would always argue that it's something that you should be at least trying to transition out of and move into something that just fills you up, because and doing something that excites you, that you're playful towards, all of those kind of things. Like right now, I'm so excited making this video. I'm so playful. This doesn't even feel like work. Yes, it's towards a business. Yes, it's towards helping people wake up. Yes, it's all of this different stuff. Great. But it's also just exciting. If that was the only thing I got out of it, because I got so excited about doing it while I'm doing it, then do you understand how beneficial that is to me? Being in that energy as much as I can. And so if you're getting excited all the time, keep following that excitement. Follow that train of excitement. Try and keep that excitement going. And if you are feeling that a lot, then it is a surefire sign that things are about to shift for you. Your life is about to change forever. So keep following that thread. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. These are seriously signs that your life is about to change, and keep following them. Now, if you are not displaying any of these signs, start looking out for them. Start doing some of the things I suggested, and I promise you, you're going to start experiencing more of the things I talked about in this video. Anyway, as always, guys, I love you, and I will see you in the next video.